Have you been through some shit or going through some shit where you just feel like the world is against you, like you can't win for losing, and you just can't pick up the pieces? It could be because you are out of alignment with who you are or with your being, and your being consists of your mind, your body, and your soul. In this video, I am going to try to explain the connection between your mind, your body, and your soul, and give you some ways to stay connected, to stay balanced, and to nourish that connection. If you've been through some shit or going through some shit and you want to see a different perspective, from a healing perspective, from someone that has been through some shit, subscribe to my channel and I will help you get through it. You can help me get through it. I post once a week and we can be a community and get through the shit together. The first thing you need to understand about the mind, the body, and the soul's connection is that we are energy. Along with everything else in this world, everything consists of energy working or moving at different rates. And so our minds, our thoughts, our beliefs, they're all energy forms. Our bodies are different energy form. And so that energy flow that we have throughout our bodies, that's the connection. That's what brings us to a balance or to a equilibrium. If one area you focus on and you're neglecting the other area, there's no balance there. So for instance, on a personal note, I've been through some trauma when it comes to my childhood and sex trauma. And so because of that, in my relationships, I kind of focus too much on the sexuality part and not focus on what made me feel good on the inside, like my feelings and my needs and stuff like that. And so that's kind of caused me to have some toxic relationships, some relationships that just weren't working for me. And now that I'm going through these healings and figuring out who I am, I realize that. Another example of the connection is that what we think we feel in our bodies. So for example, if you're depressed, maybe from a breakup or something, it makes you really sad or just heartbroken or angry, and you go and you lay down all day. You can't get up. You can't do other things in your life. You start feeling anxious. Maybe you start getting headaches. You get backaches. Or maybe you just don't feel anything at all and you're numb. That's not a good thing either. Your feelings just affect your body and your emotions affect your thinking, and it's just like a cycle that keeps going. Studies have shown that anger at high levels of exertion, it can create stress, stroke, anxiety, and many other serious conditions. Another thing you need to know is that the body houses the mind, the brain, and where your thoughts are being circulated. And the body also houses the soul. So if the body is out of an alignment, for instance, you don't feel good about your body or you're super out of shape, you can't even walk down the street, then your thoughts and how those make you feel about yourself, or your feelings and what they make you think about yourself, is going to be out of whack and out of alignment. So it's important to keep that mind, body, and soul connection so that you are at a level plane. So if you do come to roadblocks in your life, you're not going up to the roadblocks and you're falling down and you don't know what to do to get over a freaking 2 feet wall because you're not connected to yourself. You don't know who you are. But once that connection is restored and you are nourishing it often and you know who you are, you know what you want to do in life, you know how to recognize your emotions and be aware of your actions, then getting over that 2 feet wall is like a step, and it's hella easy. There are many ways to stay connected to your mind, body, and soul, and it could be different for everybody. So I'm just going to give you some of the things that I do and that I feel is a good way to start. Here are some ways to stay connected to your mind, body, and soul, and to nourish that connection. The first thing you must know and to be aware of is to be present. To have that connection with your mind, your body, and soul, you have to be present. You have to be consciously choosing your behaviors and your actions. You have to be mindful of what you're thinking and just being present in that moment. Ooh, excuse me. I am present right now. I am talking, I'm looking in the camera, I am sitting here, I am just focused on what is coming out my mouth right now. A lot of the times our thinking is automatic, our actions are like muscle memory, and so we do things in like this cycle movement, and sometimes we don't notice that we're on auto mode. And so just to be present helps you to be mindful and aware of what you're thinking and the actions that you're taking or the choices that you are making. Being present helps me a lot with anxiety. As soon as I shift my awareness into what I'm doing right now and what's happening right now, what sounds I hear, what do I smell, how do I feel in my body. As soon as I focus on that, the anxiety kind of floats away. Meditation is such a good thing for the mind because it allows you to sit quietly and to focus on either clearing your mind of the thoughts that are cluttering it. It helps you to choose which thoughts you want to choose. While you are meditating, you are observing what thoughts are in your mind from a outside perspective. You are the observer when you are meditating, and you're able to choose the positive thought and get rid of the negative thought. And so it helps you to put your body back in alignment with your soul, and it helps you to have a clear mind and feel more at peace. Exercise is a really big thing in the mind, body, and soul connection because the body is the hub for the mind, the body, and the soul. The body has to be healthy in order to hold that those energies. And the thoughts and your feelings, they bring on either positive energy or they bring on negative energy. And then the negative energy becomes toxic and it gets stuck in your body and it causes you pain and all this type of stuff that just gets piled on and piled on and piled on from everything that you experience and everything that you interact with. Exercise helps you to move that energy and get that energy into a flow so that it doesn't get stuck. Yoga is a really good example for exercising because it works on all three together. So it gives you a peace because you're focusing on certain movements and certain poses. You're holding the poses so that you have time to kind of shift your awareness into your mind and what you're thinking about, and also shift your awareness to your body and where you feel any aches or pains, and just to kind of meditate and choose your thoughts and clear your mind. Staying connected to your mind, body, and soul means to get in touch with your sensuality. And so you want to focus on the 5 senses: your touch, your feel, no, that is your touch, your smell, your sight, your taste, and your hearing. So listening to music, what do you like to hear? You like to hear people talking, you like to hear instruments, you like to hear the water running, whatever that makes you feel good. What do you like to eat? What tastes good to you? If you want to suck on a lollipop or a piece of ice or whatever else you want to do, you can do that too. What do you like to see? Going into nature. People love flowers. I love being around a lot of trees. I love seeing sunsets. Anything that you like to see. Art is a good thing. It takes you into another world. Colors, the textures, smelling, what smells good to you. Put on some perfume if you want to smell good. Go smell a flower, something like that. And then also the touch. So this is where a lot of people get sensuality and sexuality mixed up. And because the touch portion of sensuality, of our senses, it can incorporate your sexuality. And so you can touch yourself, you can engage in partner sex or anything like that, get a massage. Those are kind of usually the things that people associate with touch when it comes to sensuality. But it could be anything. You could, go walk on the beach and your toes are touching the sand, or you want to touch the grass, or go swimming in the water where you're feeling the water flow on your body. It could be any type of touch that you want. As long as you feel good doing it, it feels good to you. You also want to nourish your relationships. And so relationships, they cause a lot of strife within us, especially when they're toxic, when the communication is not good. And so just nourishing your relationships, because that's where you're going to get the most genuine love from. The relationship with yourself and also the relationship with others. That also keeps you in connection with your soul, because we all are connected. And when you're connecting with another soul, you're connecting with yourself in a sense. And so that love transference will help you to feel better about yourself. It'll help you feel a sense of belonging and help you to just stay connected with who you are. Staying connected to your mind, body, and soul is as easy as being present, being aware and mindful of your actions and your thoughts, exercising, meditation, self-care and sensuality, nourishing relationships, and just being in touch with who you are. Stay true to yourself. That's the best way to stay connected to your mind, body, and soul, and to stay in alignment. And just to bring on the harmony that will help you to flow in life freely. Because that's what's most important, for you to feel comfortable with who you are, expressing yourself freely, while also connecting with others and the earth and nature and just the world around us. So if you like this video, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more from me. Subscribe if you want to get your shit together. Subscribe if you've been through some shit and you want to heal your trauma. And I'll see you in the next video.